JKTV. Hey there, kiddos. Merry Christmas. You just caught me in the middle of something very, very, very important. Writing my Christmas wish list. I'm writing down all the things I want for Christmas this year. Let me read you some. Clown makeup, bike, a puppy, new ties, some deodorant cause I'm starting to smell funny, feet shampoo, you guys all know about my feet problem, and lastly, a ticket for a cruise ship that takes me to Hawaii, Nebraska, France, and the Philippines.
Did someone say Philippines?
Well, obviously it was me. I'm the only one here.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. Anyway, what were you saying about it?
Oh, just that it's on my Christmas list to go on a trip there.
Oh, that's awesome. Why do you want to go there?
I heard the food's really good, and a book of the Bible is named after it.
Well, first, the food is very good. And two, I think you're thinking of the book Philippians.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Wait, how do you know the food is good? You've tried it?
I sure have. I'm actually Filipino, Carl.
No way, really?
Well, no, not really, but I have Filipino friends. And I heard you mentioned Hawaii as well. I know someone who used to live there.
That's awesome. So, you have friends from all over the world, huh?
Sorta. But I'd love to go visit them someday. I love to travel.
Me too. It's hard to choose where to go first, you know? There's like 20 choices. How am I supposed to pick?
20? 20 what?
You know, like provinces or places. There's only like 20 of them, right?
Carl, sorry to burst your bubble, but there's a whole lot more than 20 places in this world.
What? What do you mean?
Well, for example, there are 10 provinces and 3 territories in Canada alone. Then there are 7 continents all around the world with even more countries in them. Can you guess how many countries there are?
At least 2.
Close. There are 195.
That blows my mind. I can't believe it. That's a big world.
It really is. And that's the plan God has for us.
What? What plan? I forgot about the plan. Was it to get Christmas nuggets to my Meemaw? Because I think I was definitely supposed to do that today.
To spread the good news. Remember, we learned about how Jesus brought the world good news last week?
You're right, that was the plan. I keep forgetting that I have plans. It's so cool. But what am I supposed to do again?
Well, we spread the good news and good things happen. I mean, let's look at the story that Luke wrote. Now, last week, we had found out that Elizabeth and Zechariah were finally having a kid, and that this time, Elizabeth was 6 months pregnant when Angel Gabriel made another appearance.
Wow, what did he tell Elizabeth?
The funny thing is, Gabriel didn't go to speak to Elizabeth, but to a woman named Mary.
Wait a second. Mary. I've heard that name before. Anywho, what happened next?
Well, he looked at Mary and told her that she had found favor in God's eyes.
What does that mean?
Pretty much that God was very pleased with her.
Oh, that makes sense now.
So Gabriel went on to tell her that she will be having a baby.
Whoa! Gabriel surprised someone else with unexpected baby news?
Yep, and Mary was beyond surprised. I mean, she was planning on marrying a man named Joseph, and I'm sure she was probably hoping to have a kid with him, but first God had much bigger plans.
Wait, so this is the Mary?
Oh yeah.
As in, the Mary? The mother of Jesus, Mary?
It sure was. Isn't that amazing? This was the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
I guess so. So, how did Mary react to all this? I'm freaking out, and I wasn't even there.
Well, she was nervous at first, but Gabriel made her feel much better. He shared that even Elizabeth, who is much older and couldn't have kids, is now pregnant. He assured her that God's plan had not and will never fail.
Is that really true?
Of course it is. You see, God knew we could never fix what was broken in our hearts and in our world. God made a plan for us to have hope. But it wasn't what people expected at all.
What do you mean? Why is the plan something people wouldn't expect?
Well, no one thought that the Son of God would come to earth by being born to a young lady like Mary. But God always made the impossible happen, and that's what makes this story so exciting.
There it is again.
What? What is?
Joy! I'm feeling joy again. This story just brings it out in me.
Well, that makes sense.
What do you mean?
That was one of the many reasons Jesus came to earth, to bring joy. Joy is something that grows when we feel hope. And Jesus was the one to bring all of those things to us. Jesus was about to show everyone, by coming to the world as a child, that God loves us so much and has a plan for everyone to be able to be a part of God's family.
I've got it. Joy is camping out right here in my heart today. I wonder who I should share with.
Anyone you want, Carl. Well, kids, we hope you're starting to feel joy. Don't forget our big idea this week. It's super important. Well, kids, our big idea this week, which is super important, is that Jesus came to bring joy to the world. Now let's say it loud on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jesus came to bring joy to the world. Great job, kids.
What happened to the thief who stole a Christmas calendar? I don't know what happened. He got 12 months. Yeah. Calendar. Good one, eh? You got a joke for us? What's a cow's favorite holiday? I don't know. What is a cow's favorite holiday? New Year's Day. Get it? Oh, get it? That's a good one.
Friends, I am so excited today because I get to do something I've always wanted to do. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you some hints. I'm getting bundled up in my winter clothes to go outside. I'm also practicing my singing. Fa la 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 la. And I'm going to see my neighbors. What do you think I'm going to do?
Caroling, Callie?
Yep, I'm going caroling. Going caroling is when you go around and surprise people by singing them Christmas songs. I got the idea from another friend of mine who lives in a whole different place in the world. Check it out.
Hey, Callie. I live in the Caribbean, and my favorite thing to do at Christmas is to go caroling with my family and friends. Merry Christmas!
My friend lives in the Caribbean. That's fun to say too. Can you say that with me? Caribbean. Caribbean. So I asked my mom and dad if we could go caroling too, and they said yes! And I was like, woohoo! Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do! I can't help it. I love singing. My dad says he hopes our singing brings people joy. Do you know what joy is? My dad told me it's a feeling like happiness, but bigger. And I was like, wow. Okay, I'll stop with the singing for now. Have you ever felt joy, friends? What are some things that give you a feeling even bigger than happiness? I'm gonna keep getting ready and keep practicing my singing! Oops, I did it again. Let's check out our Bible story for today.
It's time for today's Bible story. It begins with a young girl named Mary. God sent an angel to Mary to tell her that God was with her. The angel said that she was going to have a baby boy and that she should name him Jesus. He would be very great, the king of the whole world, forever and ever. Mary wondered how could this happen, and the angel told her how God would do it. The angel also said that Jesus would be God's own son. Mary said that she was ready for all of this to happen, and then the angel left. Mary had a person in her family named Elizabeth, who was also going to have a baby boy, even though no one thought that she could. Mary went to see Elizabeth, and when she walked in, the baby in Elizabeth's tummy jumped for joy. Elizabeth somehow knew what the angel had said to Mary, and they celebrated together. Mary felt a feeling bigger than happiness. The feeling was so big that she sang a song thanking God for what God was doing. Mary knew that God's Son, Jesus, would not come only to bring joy to her, but for everyone. She knew what we know too. Jesus came to bring joy to the world.
That Bible story was awesome! And do you know what else was awesome? Caroling! One house we went to was my neighbor, Kate's. She lives with her grandparents. When we were singing, Kate's grandma started to cry. When I cry, it usually means I'm really sad or really mad. I asked my mom and dad why she was crying, and they told me she was crying tears of joy. Wow! That meant she was so happy she cried. Now that I think about it, she was smiling while she was crying. Joy is a really big and great thing. And as we learned in our story today, Jesus came to bring joy to the world. How can you make someone feel joy today? I decided I'm going to do what Mary did and make up my own song about Jesus and joy. Or should I say, jiggy joy. Jesus brings joy, jiggy, jiggy joy. Jesus brings joy to the whole wide world. Jesus brings joy, jiggy, jiggy joy. Jesus brings joy to the whole wide world. Well, it may not be as good as Mary's Song of Joy, but I'll keep working on it. Thanks for learning and growing with me, friends. Remember, Jesus came to bring joy to the world. Bye!
I wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
What comes at the end of Christmas Day? The letter Y. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace for those on whom his favor rests. Luke 2:14.
Hey Journey Kids, I'm on the set of JKTV and we're getting ready for our JKTV Christmas special, which is on December 24th. So you want to make sure you tune in to see that. But before we get to Christmas, I want to talk to you about a special giving project that we're going to be doing in Journey Kids, and it's actually with our whole church. So we're working together to raise money to pay off our mortgage. And do you know what a mortgage is? It's when we have to pay for a house, and people do that in their homes. Your moms and dads might be doing that, or grandparents, but we also do that for our church because we meet in a building and we want to pay our building off. So this Sunday and next Sunday you can get a little jar like this to take home, or maybe you have a jar at home and you can start saving up some of your money. Loonies, toonies, quarters, any money that you have, you can start putting in this little jar. And then we want everyone to bring it on December 19th. And we're going to see how much we can raise to pay off our mortgage. So you can be a part of that. So make sure you get one, or ask your parents if there's a jar that you can be saving up some money in. and we'll be excited to see what we can give this Christmas.
Now, thank you so much for watching. And always remember that the whole reason for this Christmas season is all because of Jesus. And we can't wait to talk more about it all next week. Bye.
Just leave it out.
It looks funny that way.
Yeah. It's always the O's and the I's.
Try again.
Man.
Well, for example, there are 10 provinces. And did I say that right? Well, for example, there are 10 provinces, 3 territories. No, okay. I didn't read through the sentence.
Just a second here while I rearrange my papers.
Evan, start from the beginning. I accidentally started speaking while you were talking.
Bruh.
Sorry.
Oh! That's not a Carl voice. Big idea.